Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm here today to talk about the Dalbello Voodoo ski boot. This is one of Dalbello's freestyle boots, more oriented towards park skiing, freestyle skiing. It's got some very unique features and it's very feature packed for the money. We're started off with the shell here. It's a three-piece shell design, so you've got the upper cuff that's from basically the halfway of your shin back. You've got the lower shell and you've got the tongue. As opposed to a traditional overlap boot. What this does, it allows a little more natural flex. You get less shin bang, so if you're hitting jumps, stuff like that, your shins aren't going to get beat up as much as the traditional overlap boot, because that tongue allows it to flex a lot more naturally. As you can see, it's only a 3-buckle design. You've got an angled buckle pulling your heel back in the heel pocket, so again, really good heel retention. This allows the boot, your heel to hold, so your toes aren't sliding forward, jamming into the front of the boot when you're going off jumps, landing, stuff like that. It does feature a variable flex, a progressive flex, so it doesn't really have a flex rating on it, but as you flex into the boot, it's going to get progressively stiffer, which is kind of nice, because if you come down on a hard landing, you don't get that hard initial flex. It softly and progressively goes into a stiffer flex, so again, your shins don't get beat up quite as much. It also does feature a flex adjustment, so you can stiffen and soften the boot right here on the back of the cuff. Nice feature, so if you're going out for, park skiing, you can soften it up. If you want to all mountain ski, ride it around the rest of the hill, harden it up, it's going to be stiffer, more responsive boot. The last on this boot is 103mm last at the ball of the foot, so that means it's going to be a pretty generous fit. Comfort definitely in the forefoot, so you'll have plenty of room in there for your toes and your feet to move around. So again, they're not going to feel cramped and jammed up if you land on a jump wrong. Like I said, 3 buckles. They're all micro-adjustable aluminum buckles, so you can really dial in the fit. In case you're in between one of the catches, you can dial it in. Very durable too, so these aren't going to get beat up and broken on rails. And if you notice, they actually flip the buckles around on this lower cuff. You can flip them and make it a traditional, so that the buckles over here and the catches up here. But the advantage of having it this way is it's not going to catch on rails, and you're not going to bust up those buckles on the rails like you would on a traditional boot. With the 3-piece design, it does make the boot very easy to get into, because that tongue just comes straight forward. There's nothing in there with the lower throat like on a traditional boot to get caught up on. You'll notice that this boot doesn't feature a power strap, but it does feature an oversized top ratchet. Again, very secure fit. It's really going to help hold your heel back into that pocket. We've got the boot board here. Unique feature about this boot with the boot board is that it does feature a shock absorbing heel insert. So this orange part right here on the boot board is a rubbery substance. So when you land hard on a jump, it's going to allow shock absorption. You're not going to bust up your heels, your knees. It saves a lot of wear and tear on the body right here. Moving over to the liner, this features Dalbello Super Comfort liner. So it's really cush, soft, plush liner. As you can see on the inside, it's got a very nice, warm, fleecy faux fur fleece lining here. Warm, comfortable, soft, easy to slide your heel into the heel pocket of the boot. With the Super Comf liner, it's going to be a little more cushy than some of their other liners. So again, going off jumps, landings, you get a lot more shock absorption. Also features a full neoprene toe box, allows it to flex, not going to beat up your toes on landings. It also is pre-wired. It's got the slits for the pre-wired boot heaters here, so if you get cold feet, you can throw in a boot heating system and you don't have to cut up your liners. So very unique boot here from Dalbello with the Voodoo series. Great for that freestyle rider who wants a super comfy, great performing boot for not a lot of money.